is looking deep down the left side. Mendeville into the end zone. Touchdown! Down the sideline, still 40, 20 to the house.
And the players streaming from the sideline to celebrate with 17 seconds left.
Welcome into BVarsity Live, everybody, for Thursday, March the 16th. I'm Zach Ewing, in the house with Trevor Horn here in the downtown TBC Media Studios.
Funny, I was just typing the word in-house.
Furiously tweeting over there as usual. 10 years ago, that would have sounded really funny.
It still sounds funny,
tweeting.
dude. Come on. We're grown
It does
men talking about
sound funny.
tweeting.
Twitter,
What are we, a bunch of birds?
Twitter.
Waiting for
no wonder
Sylvester
it never
to come
took off
eat
like
us?
Facebook did.
Waiting for Sylvester the cat to come eat us?
I like Twitter. I do. Hey, we are into spring
Uber,
sports mode. We
Lyft.
had our last winter sports team sort of fall by the wayside on Tuesday night. That was Independence girls basketball team. They lost to Orangewood Academy down in Orange County. That was in the state quarterfinals. So the winter sports are over, although not completely, as we'll get to later in the show. We'll get to a little bit of basketball stuff that's coming up, and of course we'll have our winter sports all area section coming up. But for the most part, we have moved on to spring sports, and that brings us to our first guest of the day here today. It's the Stockdale baseball team. Coach Brad Showers on the end. I almost called you Greg, but I didn't do it.
Thank you.
Very nearly.
Thank you.
We also have Alejandro Murillo or Murillo?
Murillo.
Murillo and Sean Mullen
What up, Boo?
of Stockdale. Did you just call him Boo? Explain yourself.
Sean, why don't you explain how you got the nickname Boo?
I was it was just a nickname my dad gave me when I was little.
And it's stuck. No,
yeah.
does anybody that actually knows you call you anything other than Boo?
It's teachers and some kids that just know me through school, but
Exactly.
baseball
And guys that have
sports.
when he has his hat on backwards.
Yeah.
Boo on the mound. Yeah. So, what?
Well,
how
he's
old?
just
How
getting ready
old
for
were you
that.
when?
He's just getting ready for that Brentwood life. He's going to grab a surfboard when he's not pitching.
How old were you when Boo came about, approximately? Now he's got a big red mark here.
Yeah, I know.
Fine. He can wear it. He just needs to wear it right.
Oh.
4 years old, 5 years old. I mean, younger.
Roughly,
Okay.
roughly.
So that's like we're talking like 2002.
Yeah, it was
That's right around the time Boo became like the thing you call your like boyfriend.
Yeah,
girlfriend.
hey,
That's
no,
a weird nickname.
No,
isn't it?
just to clarify for my
Okay.
dad, so he doesn't get into muddy
Yeah, I need
water.
I need
nothing
clarification.
has nothing to do with that.
Okay.
So nothing to do with your intimate other.
Yeah, but just Boo.
Just boo.
Okay. All right, I'll buy it.
This thing already went off the rails. We're done.
No, hey, I love it. I love it. Alejandro,
Yes.
you guys are playing pretty well so far this year.
Yes,
tell
we
me,
are.
Tell me how the season's gone.
Season's going pretty good. We have a really young team. I like our team. We're really close. I think we still got potential to be better. We're still going pretty hard. So that's basically it.
You're a baseball player, so you must have a nickname too, because like
Yes,
97% of baseball players have nicknames.
Well, I
What's-
have a few.
Okay.
I have Ollie, even though Coach Shower says Allie.
Yeah.
He messes it up sometimes, but that's how I know he's calling me. And then I got
That's that Arvin accent.
Yeah.
Is what it is.
Yeah.
I got Ollie Osborne.
Okay.
Some people call me that one. And then what'd you call me once?
All the oxen free.
There it is. That's the one.
All right.
You guys
Yeah.
get so bored. That's what it is. Baseball and softball players. I mean, you guys just have so much time together and so much time in the dugout that you just come up with the craziest thing. Like, we're going to have your softball team on in the next segment. I've heard some of the craziest things come out of softball dugouts. It's incredible.
Oh, yeah. It's
Just
crazy.
the chants, just the different things that are being said. I mean, it's incredible.
The creativity level is
Yeah.
off the charts. Do you guys have nicknames for coach, or is that not allowed?
It's probably
It's
not allowed.
not allowed.
Not Walter White or anything? No.
You
I
still
know
got
they
hair
do
on
for my
top.
brother, but hopefully not too bad for me.
Not to your face, anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
I have to say, though, on a more serious note, you look like the most prepared coach who's ever come into this studio.
Well, I'm not.
I'm impressed.
Yeah, I don't even want to address these, to be honest with you.
Okay.
Yeah, but
I can
There's
address
some pretty
that.
good numbers in there, though.
all it is just it's a safety blanket. But
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I don't really want to have to address numbers because we're not about numbers.
Well, let's talk about that then. You are playing well.
Yes.
Don't tell me the numbers. Explain why you're playing so well.
I think we're playing well because we've been together for a while. You know, we started 5 sophomores last year. You know, Boo and Jalen started as freshmen, So now they're 3-year varsity players.
I remember talking about how young they were and how good Stockdale's going to be in a couple years.
Yeah, and we went with it. We started 2 freshmen, and we caught a lot of heat for it, and we took the heat because we felt like we were doing the right thing, and I think it's starting to show. And on top of, we started 5 sophomores last year. We had 2 juniors in the lineup, so we returned 7 guys this year. And, we've had some injuries and so forth, and we've had 2 juniors right now that have jumped in. And as it sits right now, we'll probably return 7 starters next year.
Yeah.
So
knock on wood, right?
Knock on wood.
No injuries or anything like that. Yeah,
and we do kind of have an injury bug right now. So we're really going to be tested and see how some guys step up. But we do have some depth. So
besides just the obvious, this kid grew a couple inches, Boo got a couple MPH on the fastball over the last year. I mean, those sorts of things. Where do you see that experience manifest itself? Is it in quality at bats? Better defense? I mean, what sort of things do you see as a coach
with Boo?
Just in general with experience.
Well, maturity, number one. He's maturing by the day, and he's been around the game. I mean, when his family moved to Bakersfield, Big Sean, who's our pitching coach, was with me.
Brad, get right on that mic. Make it go Frank.
Was with me at the JV level. It was my pitching coach at the JV level. So I don't even know how old Boo was when you guys moved here. But he has been around Stockdale baseball since the family moved to town. And as Sean moved up to the varsity level, there went Boo as the bat boy. And, I try to keep, in my classroom, I have almost all my team pictures. And there he is in all the team pictures, from this big to this big to this big to this big to now this 6'1.5" flamethrower.
When did he start wearing the hat backwards?
That's not allowed. So I'm real curious
to
why
not
he
object
had
to that whatsoever.
Yeah.
I don't object to that.
No,
Just go
the only
ahead, do
thing
what you
the only
need to
thing
do.
he's got going for him
Just
is
don't
that's
do it on
not a
camera.
Stockdale hat.
Okay.
Okay, so he's off the hook, but that's not
You're
a
not
Stockdale hat.
disrespecting Stockdale here, right?
No, we don't wear our hat backwards.
Sean, thinking back to those years when you were the little kid in the pictures and to now, is this sort of what you imagined during those times? Is it different than what you imagine now that you're sort of the ace of the team and all those sorts of things?
I'd say it's pretty similar to what I'd envisioned when I was little. I probably, I'd hoped. I grew up with like 2007, 2008.
Casey
Casey
Hobson,
and
Isaiah, all
Isaiah
those
Turner,
guys.
and that was expected. When you win back-to-back Valley championships, I thought that was normal. So now going up and then having failure and seeing that, okay, well, it's not just because you go to Stockdale, you're going to have a good baseball team. You got to go out and prove it on the field.
Right.
So that was probably the only thing that switched up in my head.
That 2008 championship game against, I believe, Clovis High, might be the best prep baseball game I've ever seen. Brad, I'm sure you remember it well.
Oh, do I ever? I decided, I was the JV coach at that time, and for some reason, I decided not to be in uniform. I wanted to be a fan. Well, I take that back. I was coaching football at the time. I had spring football. I didn't have a choice. So spring football practice was over, and I was down the left field line, and I'm telling you, it was 8 deep.
Yeah,
I've never seen so
you
many
say
people.
standing room only. It wasn't. There wasn't even standing room. Yeah.
Clovis brought their senior class that was going to Disneyland for grad night, so they brought busfuls of people. And what were we down 4 or 3 with nobody
3.
on?
Yeah,
nobody on. 2 outs in the 7th, and won that game. Amazing.
You've been doing it a lot longer than I have, but that's got to rank up there right at the top.
Yeah, I can just remember looking at a parent, and shoot, it kind of brings tears to my eyes. I was like, we just won.
Yeah.
We just actually won the Valley Championship.
I still remember Casey as he rounded first base when he hit the game-winning hit. Just spreading his arms out. Yeah, it was an amazing game. When we talk about this, obviously you guys were much younger, but Alejandro, what are the goals for this team? You can obviously with the success you've had thus far, you can see yourself in that kind of a situation, I'm sure.
I think our main goal is just to take the next game, just play the next game. Because if we go in thinking, oh, we're going to win Valley, it's not going to go as well.
Right.
It's not going to go as planned.
Sorry. I mean, not in this section. I mean, that's the great thing
Yeah.
about it is that there are so many great Division I baseball programs in this section, and the competition level is so great that it's almost unfortunate that it is a one-and-done tournament in the playoffs because of that.
You'd
Because
love to see some best of threes here.
well, yeah,
you
because
guys might not
baseball
enjoy
is
it
so
as coaches.
predicated on
Yeah.
baseball is so predicated
Yeah.
on who's starting that day, who's feeling it, and if your fastball's a little high or if your curveball's a little off, I mean, anything could happen to anybody. Sean, you know that. I mean, you know, bad things can happen to the best pitchers in the world,
No doubt.
and when your mind goes into that, I mean, you and Alejandro and then Cade are top 3 right now, 1, 2, 3, right in pitching. Is that right, Brad?
Well, I mean,
I mean, you throw Zach
after
Rundle in there.
these
I mean,
two,
you guys.
we our 3, 4, 5 is just kind of up in the air. But
I mean, you got-
these are our definite 1 and 2s right here.
But you've got 4 guys that have pitched between 11 and 13 2/3 innings. Sean,
Yeah.
for you, is that more confidence for you guys knowing that as you guys are hitting everybody, 333 or above, 1 through 7, that you guys have the arms on the mound too to kind of withstand lulls as they happen throughout the season?
Oh, no doubt. I mean, it's just a thing where we've built a culture and a relationship between players that we're going to pick each other up. And if pitching's down that day, hey, someone's got to help them pick them up. And if that has to be on offense, then that'll be on offense. If it has to be on defense, it'll be on defense.
Right.
And vice versa. So if the pitcher's on, we just give him a run. Just give him a run. And so we're going to have those days where, like we had the other day, where we ended up with a 1-0 game. We need someone to pick us up. Our pitcher was pitching his butt off, and we weren't getting results offensively, but we just got to keep chipping away, and the confidence level is definitely a big thing, and it's trust. That I mean, we walk out on the field every day with our 9 best friends. So I mean, it doesn't get much better than that.
Perfectly said.
Which one of those BFFs is going tomorrow against Centennial in the league opener?
Sean will be on the bump.
Okay, so Sean, league starts. Where do you see the league as a scope? I mean, obviously Easton's going to start for Liberty against Frontier tomorrow. You're going to start against Centennial. I mean, it's 1 through 6. How do you see this league going?
We're pretty good. I'd say it's not as strong maybe this year as it has been in the past, top to bottom. Centennial's got a good team. Liberty, of course, has Easton. I know Frontier's really young, really, really young. And
Ronnie
BHS.
Stapp's back.
Ronnie Stapp's back?
Yep, over at BHS. So.
Okay, BHS. I didn't even know that, but I haven't heard anything about BHS. But I know, I mean, it's how it is. It's everyone's going to be strong.
Yep.
I mean, it's BHS, it's Frontier, it's Stockdale, it's Centennial.
Garces in there.
Garces
too.
can swing the bat.
No
Yes, they
easy
can.
games, yeah. And Garces has had some good results. And let's widen that out to the section. I mean, we talked about it. Trevor mentioned it briefly. Buchanan's number 1 in the nation.
Yes.
Clovis High, very good. Clovis North, very good. For that matter, Clovis West and Clovis East aren't easy to beat. Central's not easy to beat. Centennial, Liberty, throw them all in there. Would you have it any other way? I mean, if you throw a couple of those teams out, I guess it's easier to win. But at the same time, now you feel like you've really earned something if you do win it.
If I may,
Go ahead.
winning this section, to me, is as tough a section in the state. Okay, you just said Clovis, you just said Buchanan. Okay, Buchanan, they just reload. They have 5 D1 commits right now. Okay, word is they have some Dominicans in their program now. I don't know if that's true or not, but that is a rumor. And they just reload every year. James Patrick at Clovis, you know what you're going to get when you face him. They're going to be a hard-nosed, well-coached team. Clovis North and Clovis West are coached by his sons. That track is no joke whatsoever.
Well, and you
Might
got
be
a
the
pretty-
best
and you got a
baseball
pretty
league in
good
the
country.
coach
Yes.
over
Yeah, it really
in
might
Jeff
be.
Puredo over
Yeah.
at Central. Guy
Yeah.
who I want, and
Yeah.
that's Buchanan product too. A guy I went to high
Exactly,
school with, so.
exactly. But the track is, if you can win this section and you're a Southern team in Bakersfield, you've earned it. you've really earned it.
Well, I think it is the equivalent of a state title in most states.
Yes.
Maybe not every single last one, Texas or Florida, but excluding a couple,
Yeah.
it's right up there.
Yeah.
And so anyway, before we let you guys go because we're out of time, I wanted the World Baseball Classic. Thumbs up or thumbs down?
Oh, two thumbs up.
You love it? Single
Without a doubt.
elimination, okay?
Yeah.
Pitching limits, okay? All those sort of things. How about you?
I don't even pay attention to it.
All right.
Do you throw that
I'm too
fastball up and in
busy.
to
I'm
Hosmer
too
like
busy
it-
to worry about the World Baseball
oof.
Classic right now.
Did you see that pitch last night against Hosmer?
From him as I could.
He loves to pull that
God,
ball.
that was as big of a meat pitch as I've ever seen last
Yeah.
night. So.
All right. Team USA, big win last night. Stockdale getting going in league play. We appreciate you guys being with us. Boo Mullen, Ali Oxenfree, Murillo, and Coach Brad Showers.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. We appreciate you being with us. Good luck the rest of the week.
Thank you.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
guys.
We'll be back. Stockdale softball in the house right after this.